So, good evening, I'd say good afternoon to this side of the world. It's me, Lock Robster, the MNL48, bring you a new vlog. And this is from day 2 of my experience at the MNL48 River Virtual Handshake Event. Yes, I'm sure you've all been waiting for that. Sorry for the delay. But first, before I actually get into my experience in day 2, let me tell you a few things that I forgot to tell you when I wrapped up my day 1 experience. Okay, so I believe I forgot to mention regarding Dana. Okay, she was actually the only one from all the members, I guess on both days, that noticed this poster. Yeah, she knows that the PFC poster. And there you go. Yep, right there. Yeah, we should thank Quincy for that, for that poster. Yeah. So thank you, Data, for noticing. Maybe other members noticed, but they decided not to mention it. But yeah. Okay. So and also, so regarding that whole bit regarding the schedule, since all the uh, schedule got pushed back. So basically, rather than end at around 2, it ended around an hour later at 3 a.m. That's my time. Yeah. So 3 a.m. my time. It's supposed to be 5 p.m. that time. I think went up to 6 p.m. Philippine time. Yeah. So yeah, that would be like 3 a.m. Maybe close to 3:30 that it ended. Yeah. So I think it took a couple of hours to sleep before I actually woke up and watched a couple of Kumu lives. Yeah. Amy and Cats. Yeah, but that I guess that's another vlog for another day, maybe. Okay, so moving on here. Oh yeah, one more thing. During that whole thing, I guess during the middle of the process of the virtual handshake event, uh, while doing a chat with the Neko guards and with the Rianites, okay, and with a private chat with Casper, yeah, another fellow MN Love, I suddenly got a message from Instagram, and it was actually from former ML48 Thea. Yeah, I was kind of surprised too. Okay, and it was actually, she was talking about, she just wanted to get information regarding the delivery of some photo cards that I ordered from her. Okay, yeah, so she just wanted the I guess information regarding where it's going to be delivered in the Philippines, since she can't ship internationally. Yeah, so I gave the information regarding my brother. I just happened to mention to her that, oh, I'm right now in the middle of the virtual handshake event. Yeah. Oh, and she's kind of surprised that they actually did that again, and she's very happy for me. And I kind of mentioned to her that I'm seeing all the girls. Yeah, and she says, "Good for you," like that. And yeah, kind of like reminded me of the first time I met in the virtual handshake event. I haven't seen that particular video. I did. It's actually part 3 actually. Let me mention that. That was very special and it was very memorable because it's almost like it's almost like they saw an old friend. Yeah, even though this was actually the first time we were seeing each other. You know, the way that she was like eager. She was going like this for my camera to open to see me. Yeah, so yeah, it's a good thing that I uh, we both try to stay in touch with each other, though we occasionally message each other. Yeah, and I still get to catch her on Kumu anyway. It's not like she's gone. Okay, so that makes a special um, girl for me. Thea is okay. Okay then. So moving on to day 2. All right. So on day 2, before action began, I actually went again to the to HHE and bought 20 more additional tickets. Yeah, and to include with the 2 tickets that I had left. Actually, that's one was supposed to be for Charm, one for Amy. So yeah, so basically I got total 22 tickets. Yeah, to my knowledge. Yeah, so it's a good thing I was able to do that because I think I was out that particular Saturday, and I think it came around late that afternoon, and I want to buy the tickets before the actual how do you call this registration. Yeah, so I was able to get it in the nick of time. All right. So, so there'll be 12 girls scheduled here rather than supposedly 17 from day 1. Okay, and from the time it starts at 1 p.m. Philippine time and ends at around 2:45 p.m. Yeah. Or was it 3? Oh yeah, 3 or 3:45 p.m. Uh, Philippine time. Yeah, so that would be, it would end supposedly, if it works out fine, 12 midnight. 12 midnight my time. Oh, was it 3 or 2? I think it's like 2. Anyway, whatever. It's supposed to end much earlier than the last time. Yeah, wishful thinking. It didn't end that way, which you'll find out later towards the end. Okay, so moving on. Let us get to the first girl I'm going to mention. So basically, this is Senbatsu. Okay, so first up is Colleen. Okay, so I kind of learned my lesson here because with CJ during the first day. So she only used one ticket, and that 20 seconds was super fast, you know. I didn't want the same mistake again. So with Colleen, since she's the first one up here on day 2, I decided to use 3 tickets for her. Yeah, so we have enough time to talk, and it doesn't feel that I'm rushing. Okay, so yeah, so got into the waiting room, and later got called in to meet Colleen. Okay, so there you go. So there you go. So 3 tickets for her, and I got this, and she remembers me from the last VHSE, and knows me as Lock Robster. So I'm assuming that all the other girls from day one, she learned it from them as well. So yeah, so she's very happy, you know, to that I came by to see her again, and and I kind of mentioned that I hope I don't catch a fever from you again. Yeah, because the last VHE, she kind of like surprised and shocked me when she told me that I was cute in a whisper voice quality, and like that's like kind of blew me away. By day 5, I think well, she told me on day 4 from the first VHC. So by day 5, it's like kind of like feeling the effects of that, and I almost didn't finish day 6 of the first VHC, but I was able to pull through. Yeah, thanks to some over-the-counter medicine. Okay, fight off that fever. Okay, so there you go. So that's my time with Colleen. Okay, so moving on to the next one. Okay, so oh yeah, before that, yeah. So remember Francis from the first day? Yeah, she had a long line, right? Long line, right? So Colleen also had a long line. Yeah, and since I was there noticing it, I kind of, and people are asking me like from the Nakagar's GC, since I was kind of like the correspondent, as I mentioned from the first video, is that they're asking me how many people were there. So it was like 25 plus, yeah, and then it was still growing. So from the looks of it, from what I could see, her line surpassed Francis' line because that's how long it was. Yeah, imagine that. And yeah, during that wait for Colleen's line to end so we can go and see Lara, uh, Lara's fan club actually sent me a message. Yeah, and I guess they invited me to join their general chat, their GC, their group chat actually. When I say general chat. Okay, yeah, and I did, yeah, and you know, in the same way that I'm doing the night guards, informing them, corresponding with them, I corresponded with Lara's fan club as well. So yeah, thank you guys for inviting me. Yeah, surprise, surprise. Okay, so after a long while, Colleen's time ended, and it's time for Lara. So I used one ticket for Lara, and yeah, so we got to talking about where I'm from, yeah, and what time is it here? So yeah, so it was a pretty fast, and it was 20 seconds, yeah, like that, and I'm thankful that I visited her, and that sort of talk, yeah, and and I believe among all the girls, uh, Lara was the only one that didn't mention that I was Lock Robster, and I forgot to mention her that I was Lock Robster. However, I think she already knew because a few months ago, um, she liked, she kind of like I did a vlog on her or reaction video spotlight for her regarding her beatbox talent. Yeah, and I actually posted that way back in March of 2021, and I think it sat there for 8 months until she actually noticed it and gave a like to the link I shared for her. Yeah, so I believe she knew that Robby Mendoza and Lock Robster are the same. Okay. Okay, so moving on. So we go on to Princess. Okay, so for Princess, I used 2 tickets. Yeah, so she's because she's one of my favorites as well. Okay, so there we go. I went in and met with her, and she really got talking. She's very happy to see me again. Yeah, since she was one of the members that I saw during the first VHSE. Okay, so yeah, so as always, kinikilig ako kay Princess lagi. uh, Same thing happened again. Okay, so oh, so I guess I should mention this. If you haven't seen my first videos regarding the first VHSE, which is a three-parter. Yeah. Mm. Uh, so like I mentioned, I saw 19 girls, and among those 19 girls, I believe 9 of them are no longer with the group that I saw. Okay, so I believe the one that was or gone were let's see here, Lainey. Okay, Lainey, Shira, Shina, mm, uh, Belle. Okay, uh, Carla. And Teya was one of them. And Grace and Kay and Tin. Yeah, so that's nine girls that I virtual handshake with in the first VHC are now gone. Okay, so yeah, but however, I still, you know, since because of Kumu, yeah, I still get to be in touch with some of the girls, uh, those that have graduated from MNL48. Okay, so moving going back to Princess. Okay, then as soon as I exited, I think just only a few minutes later, uh, we were already up for uh, Isabel's time already. So it kind of knows like what like Princess was fast, so I'm guessing that not a lot of MN loves lined up for her, which is such a shame because Princess is such a good girl. But I guess maybe either some of her fans were not able to, her vampires weren't able to afford some handshake tickets for her. Okay, probably next time, but I'm glad that uh, I was there to, to get to virtual handshake with her again. Okay, so moving on to Isabel. Okay, so Isabel, my first thought was to use 2 tickets for her, but then I realized that her fellow Orions, Miho and Claire, I only use 1 ticket on them. Okay, so I thought of, why don't I just use 1 ticket for Isabel? Okay, she's, maybe it's because I just want to, I don't want me or Claire to think, ay, but si Kuya Robby ginamit 2 tickets kay Isabel. Ang ganon. So yeah, just to make it all fair in love and war. Okay, and also this is my first opportunity to actually see Isabel since I totally missed her during the first virtual handshake. Okay, so now I'm up. And yeah, so Isabel up there. Okay, she's so happy to see me because she knows I'm Lock Robster because she actually watches my vlogs. And she kind of mentioned that she really likes my insight into a lot of things when I talk about uh, whatever the topic of my vlog is, and I'm very thankful and very flattered for her. And I guess I'd say the best part is that she called me cute again. Okay, so yeah, so that's the second member in this virtual handshake event that got to be called cute. Okay, let's just let's just leave it at that. Yeah, but yeah, so that very 20-second talk with Isabel was very worth it. Made me very happy that she watches my YouTube channel. Okay, and let's see here. Oh, and also, uh, remember Colleen has a long line. Isabel also had a long line, has a long line, and from the way I see it, her long line surpassed Colleen's line. Okay, yeah. So amazing. Yeah. Wants to see Isabel. Okay. And next one is as soon as her line finished, we're able to get to see Gem. Okay, so Gem. Okay, so I used 2 tickets for Gem. And also I decided, because back in the first VHSE, I actually wore these glasses. Yeah, I was about wore these glasses when I met her, so I decided to wear the glasses again just for her because during day one I didn't wear these glasses. Okay, it was just plain face like that. And day two, almost the same thing. And then when I saw that Gem was up, okay, decided to wear the glasses. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I want to be looking smart in front of Gem. Okay, so yeah, so I go up and meet Gem, and so happy once again to see me. And she says that she already knows me, so she's not gonna speak English. She's gonna speak Tagalog since she knows I could understand her. Yeah, so that's actually a funny story. I haven't mentioned before in my other vlogs. Because on YouTube Live when she was playing COD, yeah, I was actually chatting to her in English and she was responding to me in English. And at one point she says, Lock Robster, do you understand Tagalog? And I answered in Tagalog. And she was like, uh, laughing, because, nagtatagalog ka pala, pinahirap mo pa ako. Yung ganun. And yeah, so yeah, as I mentioned, I wasn't intentional. I wasn't trying to trick Jem or anything, much like the other girls, like Deanne or Colleen. Oh yeah, speaking of Colleen, Colleen was kind of like I kind of mentioned that. She kind of mentioned that too during the talk. We should go back. Yeah. So with Colleen, there's a point in the talk that she asked me a question. Do you know a lot of Tagalog words? Yeah, towards the end there, and I answered her, oh, marami. I think that's Tagalog ka pala. You know? And then the time ended. I had to say our goodbyes. Yeah. So yeah, so same thing. So as I mentioned, Jem kind of fell into that. Deanne also fell into that. And who else? I know Rhea did. Yeah. And who in the day one fell for that? Oh no, I think it was the same thing. Deanne also think. Same thing because on Kumu, yeah, I'm speaking English to her in her life. Okay. Yeah. So going back to Jem. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so speaking Tagalog to me, like she's happy to see me again and all that, and likes that I support her on Kumu and all that. Yeah, and so glad, so glad to see her again, because she's one of those like was a very sweet girls, especially on Kumu. On Kumu, I really like hanging out on her Kumu lives. Yeah, because she's not one of those members. She doesn't boodle a lot, ask for gifts. Yeah, so if you want to give her gifts, go and give her gifts. I think the largest gift I was able to give her was a chocolate house. Yeah, cool. Yeah, and I think I kind of mentioned that to her. Like, this is the largest thing I ever gave you because she wasn't really she wasn't really asking for it. It's just naturally for us to give her, because she deserves it. Okay, yeah. So that's a gem for you. Okay, smart girl. Okay, so moving on to the next one to Andy. Okay, so we're Andy. Okay, I used 1 ticket. Yeah. Okay, so there you go. So uh, I uh, I got to see her, and once again another happy member to see me. And she kind of mentioned that she knew that I was Lock Robster and Robby Mendoza is the same person. Yeah, because she mentioned that she has actually been always following my channel, hmm ever since I did uh, a reaction to her Facebook Live way back then. Yeah, so she already knew me as Lock Robster during that time. Yeah. So yeah, so I'm very thankful for her for that, watching my vlogs as well. And yeah, so kudos to Andy. Okay, punch punch. Okay, so right. Okay, and right, yeah. Okay, so moving on to Jan. Yeah, one of my favorite members as well. Okay, so here's one thing that I need to tell you regarding the waiting room. Yeah, and Google Meet. Okay. So in the waiting room, very different from Zoom. If you know the chat box in Zoom, you could actually switch that to from everyone, chatting to everyone, to chatting to an individual person within the waiting room. So it's like private, just between you. In Google Meet, it doesn't have that kind of setting. So when you actually put in into the chat box what you're trying to say, everyone gets to see it. Yeah, including the admins. Okay. So one of the rules, Coach Mia mentioned that you need to put in the chat box your actual registered name, yeah, and then how many tickets you're going to use for the members, and to which member. Even though we already know that we're in the waiting room for that particular member, I guess just to be thorough. Okay, so let's say me, Robby Mendoza, dash 3 tickets to Jan, something like that. Okay, okay. So because she kind of mentioned that if you don't register it like that, you're not going to get into the room. Okay, and also important when they actually call you, when they call you in, they're gonna give you a link within that chat box. So you click on the link so you can get there, but then you have to exit the main waiting room. Okay, yeah. Sometimes they give instructions that's kind of like reverse. Oh, exit the room and then click on the link, which I find kind of odd because if you exit the room, you won't see the link anymore. Okay, so what I do is I click on the link, and when I see the tab come up, then I exit the room. I even tell Coach Mia, okay, I'm exiting the room now. Okay, that's kind of became like routine every time my name gets called up. Okay, so why do I have to say this? So in Jan's time, I plan to use 3 tickets to see Jan. Okay, so I can talk to her longer. Okay, okay. So that was a plan, but I haven't actually entered it in the chat box yet. Okay, because Coach Mia was doing her spiel regarding the rules, so we were all right there. Okay, during that time, rather than me enter, because I thought I still had time, you know, right, registering my name and putting the tickets right there. I was kind of like chatting with the NECA guards, chatting with the Knights, chatting with Casper, and chatting with the with Lara's fan club. I forgot the name of Lara's fan club. I think it's just Lara, something like that. Okay, so I was chatting that, like typing because they're asking me questions and all that. Okay, so also here's also one thing. I always notice Coach Mia does this. Okay, whenever she sees me in the waiting room, I I always seem to go first. Yeah, I appear to go first up in every line. I guess depends if I'm actually very late or very early. But sometimes, because I have no idea how who's actually first. Okay, but I noticed that Coach Mia does this. She always puts me ahead of the line. Yeah. Okay. Especially when I register. Okay. Uh, in the chat box with the name and how many tickets. Okay, so I haven't registered yet. I haven't put my registered name and how many tickets I'm going to use for Jan in the chat box. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I had to pause that. Whoever was talking to me. Okay. All right. So, okay. So I'm at Jan's waiting room. Okay. Waiting room to go see Jan. Okay. So according to the rules of Coach Mia, I have to enter my registered name and then the tickets. Okay. Just to recap. Okay. So at this point, I haven't done that in the chat box yet because I was busy doing the GC. Okay. Okay. So then later, Coach Mia calls me. Okay. Says that I'm up first. Okay. So I was kind of like surprised by that because I haven't registered anything yet. Okay. And I just said, okay. All right. So she gives me the link. Click on the link and then exit the room. Okay. So, all right. So I was waiting to get in. Okay. So I got in the room. Okay. Then the other moderator told me, okay, yeah. All right. So you're here to see Jan and your time starts now. Okay. So I was kind of surprised because I haven't given how many tickets I'm going to use. Okay. Because back then I believe it was on, which member was that? I believe it was it on Rachel? It was on Rachel or Rihanna? Yeah. I think it could be Rihanna's. Yeah. Because before I start, you're going to see Rihanna. And then she said, you're going to use one ticket. Okay, but I wanted to use two tickets, so I was able to call out, oh, two tickets, like that. Oh, okay, two tickets. So I got 40 seconds for Rihanna. Okay, and this one, she didn't say how many tickets I'm going to use because I haven't registered yet. But I guess I'm assuming that she was going to put me in for just one ticket. So I just called out three tickets, like that. Okay. And then the camera went on. Okay, so I'm kind of assuming that she heard me. Okay, so Jan's camera went on and Jan started talking. Basically, I let Jan do all the talking. Basically, happy to see me, thank you for supporting her and Kumu, all that. And how I call this. And then the feeling of the way, the talk went, okay, like that. And thanking her for all that. And me thanking her, Jan, like that. The way it went, it felt long and short at the same time. Okay, because yeah, the talk felt long and then it abruptly ended like that. Okay, so basically that ended my talk with Jan, and then, and the back of my mind saying, did I use 1 minute or did I use just one ticket like that? Because I don't know if the moderator heard me. Okay, so yeah, so I wanted to confirm this. Okay, so later on after Jan's line, I went into Ella's waiting room. So I, in the chat box, I kind of mentioned to Coach Mia and the staff that I want to confirm how many tickets I have, because by all accounts, the way I remember, I should have um, right now total of 12 tickets. Okay, if I used uh, if I used 3 tickets for Jan, it would have been 9 tickets. If they only gave me one, it would should be 11 tickets. Okay, like that. So I registered first actually for Ella, and said I just need one ticket. I'm gonna use one ticket for Ella, and then I asked, um, how many tickets do I still have left? Okay, and they quickly got back to me. Oh, you have only 10 tickets left. Okay, so basically that kind of confirms. If I had 12 tickets, one of the tickets I used for Jan, and one ticket I used for Ella. Okay, so that's why I have 10 tickets left. Okay, like that. So I was kind of like ashamed that I wasn't able to get a full minute with Jan. Okay, but then again, that was on me. I should have registered earlier to let them know I need 3 tickets instead of 1 minute. And I kind of lamented to the NECA Guards GC. And confirmed I only used one ticket instead of three, like that. Okay. And in a way, they kind of felt sorry for me because they know um, uh, Jan was one of my favorites. And I mean, imagine some of the NECA Guards got to talk to her longer than I guess I. But anyway, um, maybe next time. Okay, a much longer talk. Okay, but it's amazing that Jan, immediately talked to me once the camera went on, because usually she was kind of like shy. Yeah, to talk to me during the first VHSE, and that was kind of like an awkward thing. But thank God that I guess getting to know her and Kumu made her comfortable with me. Yeah, because I always felt this kind of like uncomfortable aura with her when me and her talk face to face virtually. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So moving on. Okay. To Ella. Okay. So yeah, I'm using one ticket. Okay. So there you go. So I talked to Ella right there, and see here. Okay. So you're also Lock Robster. Ikaw rin pala si Lock Robster. Oh yeah, kind of mentioned. She kind of mentioned that, and yes. Okay. Okay, she thanks me, also for supporting her in Kumu, and for seeing not just her but all the other girls. Yeah, so I guess word has spread around that I've actually seen all the girls at this point. Yeah, because I guess that can't be avoided since they're all in one room, and from what I learned later, my name always gets called out by the moderators there. So all the members also there, and they can hear it. Yeah. So yeah. So at first, I noticed with Ella, especially after we talked, that she seemed she seemed unimpressed, yeah, by me. Okay. I don't know. It's just that feeling because she kind of like, she almost has this look of being mataray. Yeah, that's how I can describe it. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, I later learned later when I got um, when I went to her Kumu life later on after this virtual handshake. Yeah, that uh, she kind of mentioned, like you know, uh, she called me cute. Yeah, with the help of Colleen too. So both of them kind of said that. Yeah, but I know Colleen knows that about me, and I kind of have because I actually want to confirm it, so I asked in the chat box because she said it in almost like a general way about all of you are cute, kind of like that. And then I kind of like posed the question to her: Did you just call me cute? Yes. She and actually Colleen answered that. So yeah, so confirmation that she finds me cute. Okay, yeah, another girl added to the list. Okay, all right. So moving on. Okay, so we are now at Ruth. Okay, and I used 3 tickets for Ruth. Okay, so yeah, so there you go. Happy to see Ruth again. Because back then in the first VHSC, I kind of wasted her time. I haven't seen that video yet. It's actually part two. She was the first girl up on day 3. Yeah, because I kind of like played around with her, uh, but then I lost time. I think I used 40 seconds and I wasted all that 40 seconds, something like that, playing around with her without actually, talking about anything significant like that. Yeah, so I kind of like so in this way, it's almost like I'm uh, talking to Ruth now, since that's why I used 3 tickets to redeem myself from the last VHSE. Okay, yeah. So she's happy to see me, and I'll be supporting her in Kumu like that, since she knows that me and Lock Robster are the same. Because I actually dedicated a vlog to her back then regarding Kalamansi. Yeah, I haven't seen that. Just look into my YouTube channel. Yeah. So yeah, I also took the time to like apologize to her because recently when she's been doing Kumu lives, I haven't been there. Yeah, because usually I'm just like a regular coming to our Kumu lives, and then I kind of like haven't been seeing it because usually her Kumu lives are like early, like around at my time, like around 3:30, like that, or 4, and sometimes I don't wake. There are times that I don't wake up that early. Sometimes I wake up at 5 or 6. So I totally miss her life. So I cannot apologize for that for missing. But she says it's okay, because the different time zones, like that, and she understands, me waking up late and missing her lives. Okay, so yeah, there we go, and that's my 1 minute with Ruth. Okay, okay. So next up is Jamie. Okay, so yeah, Jamie. I used 2 tickets for Jamie. Made it her for the first time. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so I got up in the room to meet her. Okay, so yeah, and yeah, so hey, you're Lock Robster, like that. Okay, so I'm assuming she knew that from the other girls, yeah. And she kind of asked, "Oh, we're from I said Los Angeles, and how is it there? How's the weather like that?" So I kind of mentioned, "Oh, in the morning here it's very chilly, but once the day goes longer, it becomes very warm." Okay, yeah, especially at noon like that. And she kind of mentioned that, "Oh, here in the Philippines, it's warm all the time," and I said that, "Oh, I know, I've been there." I know about that. Okay, and then later, get this, she mentioned that, oh yeah, oh, you know about warmth, and then she kind of like mentions that, but you warm my heart. Like that. So she basically gave me a hugot line, and I was like kind of like surprised by that, and then all I could do was like like that. I guess keeping me from screaming or something like that. But anyway, that's the surprise I gave her. Yeah, and she smiled about that, and there you go. And times was up. Time was up. So yeah, so that was I guess my Jamie moment with her. Okay, and also Jamie also had a long line. Yeah, at the VHSE. Yeah, much the same way as Francis, Colleen, and Isabel. Okay, so from my perspective, Isabel still had the longest line because even though Jamie has a long line, I guess it didn't exceed Isabel's from my perspective. Okay, so after a long line with Jamie, now we come to Shecky. Okay, so Shecky, second to the last girl. I used one ticket for Shecky. Yeah, meeting her for the first time uh, here in the virtual handshake event. Okay, so when I went up, oh yeah, she's like, hey, hello Robby, like that, and she knows that I'm Lock Robster, and she actually mentioned that she's been hearing my name around, uh, hearing my name throughout the day, and especially in day one because she was actually there on day one. Yeah, I guess being the overall captain of the group, uh, she has to be there to to look after the undergirls at that time, and she's actually been hearing my name all day during this whole virtual handshake event. Yeah, and uh, she was also about to tell me something more, but then because of only 20 seconds, we got cut off on the talk. And yeah, I'm thankful for that, but I really want to see more of her thoughts regarding me, I guess. And when I actually watched her Kumu, uh, I think it was it this? I think yeah, I think after after the VHSC. I think so. Or was it the next day? But anyway, I did go to her Kumu, and she noticed me that I was there and very happy. And I kind of mentioned, oh, our time was so short. Yeah. And she was, with naputol yung usapan natin, parang sinabi ko. Tapos, yeah, 20 seconds lang. And I guess I was, I think I want her to immediately like continue our conversation there. Or maybe I should have asked a question that, anong gusto mo sabihin sa akin? But, like, well, I didn't ask. But I guess we'll find out in the next one, you know. Maybe she has more to say to me on the next VHSC. Yeah. All right. So yeah. So there you go. So lastly, okay. Oh, also, Shaggy also had a long line. Okay. Okay. So I guess I should mention this because it was such a long line, and I was like, it's been a long day. I think was almost like 5 a.m. my time. Yeah, here in America, and I was getting pretty like tired. Yeah. So it's kind of like in and out of Shaggy's waiting room just to see if she was still online, and the last when I came in, okay, I heard Coach Mia talking to the other MLOs there, and I could hear Sheki in the background. Okay, much like the same way that I mentioned day one, that whenever Coach Mia talks, I could actually hear a member in the background. Okay, actually, the first one I heard was Colleen. Only, okay, and then later on, I heard Jamie also do that. So yeah, now I heard Sheki. So my thought was, oh, she still has a long line. So I actually exited out of the waiting room. Okay, so then I was chatting with Casper. Yeah, she mentioned the. Oh wait, he said that Abby's time is up, is on. Like that, I was kind of surprised about because I just left the waiting room. Okay, but I just heard Sheki. I kind of mentioned to her, so I thought it was still her line. Oh no, she was. What you heard was like she was actually talking to the last, to the last fan. Yeah, on her line. So Abby was up quickly next after that. So I came, so I went in. Okay, so yeah, to wait to be called for Abby. Okay, all right. So okay, then something strange happened. Okay, usually when Coach Mia sees me, okay, um, she would immediately put me in front of the line. Okay, this time it didn't happen. Okay, she was doing the others. Okay, so I'm assuming that, oh, maybe because they're ahead of me, that that's why they're first since I came in late. Yeah, but sometimes I came in late uh to the other girls' time, and she still puts me up ahead. Yeah, but this didn't happen. Okay, okay. So I just put in the chat box. Okay, I'm gonna speak to Abby. I'm gonna use 3 tickets. Okay, later they get back to me. Oh, you only had 2 tickets left. was kind of surprised because by my count, I still had three tickets left, but I had two. Okay, so I was kind of thinking, did I use one and I didn't know about it? Okay, yeah. So, so I kind of like try to confirm with her. Oh, because I had like an extra ticket that I got from a Twitter friend of mine, and she said that he registered it under my name. Okay, I kind of like answered that. I asked them regarding that because maybe that's the extra ticket I have. So basically, I bought 25 tickets on day one. Okay, and I had that extra ticket. Okay, I only used 24 tickets on day one, so I had two extras. Then I bought another 20 tickets for day two. So technically, I had 22 total tickets by my understanding. Okay, so when I get to Abbey, I should have at least three tickets left. Okay, but when I said I used three tickets, as I mentioned, they said I only had like two. Okay, so I wanted to confirm that this ticket that I got from my friend on Twitter was okay. Okay, so they looked into that and they said no, you only have two tickets left. Okay, so basically I was not going to argue with that, you know. So I just basically let it go. Okay, maybe it wasn't registered properly. Okay, or maybe I may have used it for another member without realizing it. Okay, or I just miscounted. Yeah. Either way, I was gonna see Abby, and it has already been like a long night day for me. That I really want to get it over with so I can get some sleep. Okay, like I mentioned, it's like close to 5 a.m. or past 5 a.m. my time at least. Okay, so so as the line dwindled, I still wasn't being called. Okay, and then I kind of realized it. Maybe this is Mia's way of of making me one of the fans to see Abby last. Okay, I guess that's a way of thinking that Coach Mia's how special she sees me. Okay, so being one of the last few Emin loves to see Abby, because I heard one fan there. She's a girl. I think her name is Alma. Yeah, I think she's a really big Abby fan, and she requested to Coach Mia that she be put in last because she was so nervous like that. Okay, and so during that wait for me to being called, Coach Mia talked. Me and Coach Mia talked, and yeah, she's very appreciative of me coming there and seeing all the girls. And I actually asked her. I confirmed with her that was I the only M in love to see all the girls, and she said yes. Yeah. So wow, I didn't expect that. I would expect some other very loyal M in loves to actually um, see the girls as well. Okay, me, I just saw it as a necessity, so I don't have any regrets like the last VHSE, since I wasn't able to see most of the girls and now those girls are gone, so I can't see them anymore. Okay, so this way, um, I decided to see all the girls, so yeah, I don't have that sad feeling. Okay, though I wish I could have seen uh, all 30. Okay, by this point, I could only see 27. Yeah, since Charm, Amy, and Gia were not available for the handshake events. Okay. All right. So there you go. And also, continue talk. Yeah, Coach Mia kind of talking me. Follow my. Was it her TikTok or Instagram? I think both or either one. And I kind of asked her, "Oh, what's your name on Instagram or TikTok like that?" And she said, "This ask Alma." Okay. So yeah. So I didn't actually ask Alma that. So I think maybe Coach Mia was like playing around because she didn't follow up on anything. I just had to laugh at that answer she gave me. Okay, because I think some members don't know her Instagram or her TikTok, something like that. Yeah, because I think I heard Abby mention it before, and she was asking the fans if we know. Okay, that's way back then. I think during then an I interactive live episode, she kind of asked that. Okay, so there I go. So before I got to see Abby, so I kind of told Coach Me and the staff like thank you very much for for being for actually holding this virtual handshake event because I really needed it. because of Tipalaya, because since we're the ones that couldn't actually be physically there for the members, okay, this is our one way of showing our love and support for them, kind of like that. Maybe I didn't say it in so many words, Coach Mia. I was very thankful, for doing all this for us. Okay, so yeah, I almost did the same thing in the virtual handshake event, the first one. Yeah, I thank the staff for doing this for us. Yeah, so I thank Mia for being so nice as well, and yeah, and thank you for bringing back the virtual handshake, because back then when I thought it would never come back ever since when I heard them they did the mini handshake event, and I was almost like devastated. Not, they're doing it for them and not for us, kind of like that. But thank God that HHE did this, yeah, for Team Malaya. Okay, so with that, there were only two persons in the meeting room, me and this Alma. Okay, and I was up first to see Abby. Okay, so we got there and see Abby, and yeah, so Abby, she remembers me from the last VHSE. And yeah, she's very thankful that I come to see her, and she's thankful for regarding my visiting all the other girls with an MNL48. Yeah, and she kind of like asked me, when will you be wanting coming to see us in person, like that? Yeah. So I said, if everything's COVID free, you will definitely see me there, and that's a promise. Yeah, she's very happy that I said that. I think it's some of the girls actually mentioned that too. Forgot which ones though. But anyway, that's actually really promise. That's actually a bucket list that I once it is COVID free, pandemic's gone, I'm gonna be paying a visit, like a vacation in the Philippines, and hopefully see them in a mall show, okay, or an actual handshake event. Yeah, so that's really a promise. Yeah. Okay, there you go. So that basically ends day two of the virtual handshake event. Yeah. So as I mentioned, kind of like ended rather than 2 3 a.m. It ended like just over 5 a.m. here my time. Yeah. And yeah, so I was so tired. Yeah, I went to immediately went to sleep after this. Yeah, so I mean, can you blame me? I was up all night. Yeah, I was really tired, and basically, I think I had a total like only 3 hours between 2 days. Between these 2 days of sleep, so I really had to catch up. And believe me, the next few days after this, I had to catch up on my sleep. And yeah, so this actually was the start. These first 2 days, Friday and Saturday, was the start of a busy week for me of attending events for on MNL48. Yeah, so we started the VHSE, and later, a few days later, on a Thursday, yeah, on a Thursday is the advanced screening for Noe Man and the meet and greet with the Senbatsu. Okay, that's actually another vlog for me to do. Okay, so wait for that. So, and thank you for watching this vlog of mine. I hope you didn't get bored with my stories, and believe me, or get tired. But believe me, I'm tired myself just talking a lot about it. But yeah, I'm glad to share my experience with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, I guess there's nothing more to say, but do my outro, and here we go. God bless. Show less. See you.